If you are running a business and things are not really working out, pay close attention. You might be making the same mistakes that nearly killed my startup. I had to pivot 4 times because I didn't know these. In this video, I'm going to share 4 things I wish I knew before I started. After watching this, you'll know what to fix so your business can start growing. Let's start with mistake number 1. Believing building product is more important than distributing it. You probably think if you build a good product, it will sell itself. But actually, successful entrepreneurs work the exact opposite way. They focus more on how they distribute the product effectively to the market. Reid Hoffman, co-founder of LinkedIn, said in his book, Blitzscaling, "A decent product with great distribution tends to succeed more than a great product with poor distribution." Why? Because today it is easier than ever to build something. The cost of building a product has drastically gone down thanks to AI, outsourcing, and other softwares. It's easy to build a product that's good enough to get started. And because it's so easy to build products, it's getting harder and harder to stand out from the wave of new products released every day. Can you buy a product you don't know? No, right? You have to see the product somewhere, realize you need it, click the link, and make the purchase. So how do you distribute your product? The easiest way to start is by posting organic content on social media, just like what I am doing right now. I recommend posting videos, but the format doesn't matter in the beginning. Just start with what you are comfortable with. It just has to be you sharing how your product can solve your customers' problems. If you want to learn more about creating videos for your business easily, click the link in the comments. Mistake number 2, jumping to build a product immediately when you have an idea. Again, you shouldn't start building right away. You might end up wasting tens of thousands of dollars and 6 months of your precious time. What you should do first is validate your idea. You can create a simple landing page outlining how the product works, make demo video, or just talk to potential customers and see if they are interested. The key is that you need proof that people want your product. Only then should you start building. The ideal outcome is landing a paying customer. All right, let me give you an example. Let's say you have this idea on a diet app that recommends healthy meals. You don't want to spend months coding and put it out in the world only to realize nobody wants to pay for it. So before you write a single line of code, you find people who might be interested. You can go to the gym and talk to people there. "Hey, I have this idea." And they'll be like, "Oh, that sounds interesting. I want to try it out." Then you ask, "Would you pay $10 for this app?" And if they say yes, perfect. Go start building your app. If they say no, you ask why and collect their feedback, or go find someone else until you finally land on a person who says yes. You get the idea? You don't have to build a list of hundreds of customers or collect thousands of dollars to start. Just 5 to 10 people who are willing to pay $10 to $20 is good enough for start. If you aren't sure where to begin, list up places where your potential customers might be hanging out, offline or online. Then start talking to them. Mistake number 3, choosing your co-founder based on their skills. This can literally cause your startup to burn to the ground. Yet so many people, including myself, get this wrong the first time. Who you work with matters more than you think. Think of it as finding a spouse. You don't choose them just because they can cook, make more money, or clean better than you. You marry someone because you share the same values and believe you could navigate challenges together. It's the same with your co-founder. It's not just about finding someone who's good at what they do. It's about making sure you both want the same things and can handle the tough times together. If one of you is ready to push through challenges while the other gives up easily, it's not going to work. Then how do you find a co-founder? Have tough conversations. See how they deal with stresses and disagreements. Because, believe me, you are going to go through a lot of them. The worst thing you can do is avoiding those situations. Find someone who shares your vision and has the endurance to stick it out. And if you already have a co-founder, take the time to align your goals and make sure you're both ready for the long haul. On to the mistake number 4, getting a funding too early. It might feel like a blessing, but it's actually a curse if you haven't figured out the right market and product yet. Why? Because money can give you a false sense of progress. "Oh, I got a funding from this investor. We are on the right track." No, you are not. What's worse is that you will be tempted to spend money instead of really digging in to solve your problems. Startups only work when founders understand their customers. Until you figure out what works, spending money on hiring or advertising won't fix anything. So what do? You bootstrap. You utilize whatever you have to go from 0 to 1. Again, finding what your potential customers would pay will solve this problem. Business eventually comes down to two things: finding customers and making them pay. You better practice this from day one. Let's revisit what we've covered. First mistake: believing that building a product is more important than distributing it. Your distribution and marketing strategy matters more. Mistake number two: jumping to build a product immediately when you have an idea. You gotta validate it first. Mistake number three: choosing your co-founder based on their skills. Have tough conversations before committing. Mistake number four: getting funding too early. Bootstrap as long as you can. Keep this in mind and you will save months or even years. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn how the rich people made it, check out this video.